Hello guys, this is Kakala Asanari, and today we are gonna talk about faction. No faction. We're gonna talk about the planetary industry a little bit, and this video is not a video for beginners. And obviously, if you're alpha, you cannot do planetary industry. So just want to make sure um, get that out there. So I'm gonna talk about planetary industry, analyze a little bit the markets, and what if you should do as a planetary industry, what you should buy, what you should sell, how you should, what you should, produce, what you should, um, yeah, almost a little bit of everything. Now I have already my configuration made, um, but I analyze a little bit the markets, and I can tell you if you just wanna make ISK, because I usually like just to use planetary industry to create an item that I'm actually using right after. For the example, I'm just making nanite paste. What is nanite? Yeah, nanite. There you go. Nanite paste. So I'm just basically making every item required. Um, I'm just for to make the nanite paste repair. So you just need the gel matrix, the nanites, the data chips. That's a satisfying way to do something with PI that actually doesn't go into the markets. That's what I like to do, but um, most of the people just use to make it profit. Um, there are a couple of ways that you can actually do a PI configuration to have something useful. Um, there's like nanite, or you can just make something that uh, what it's called. Let's just say Hornet. You can use this to, for example, make a configuration that creates your PI doing tier 3 items like used for drones. This is also very useful. I also have my own configuration which I use to have um, for fuel, for structure fuel, and I think that's very useful. So you just use the fuel. You have like a structure in a wormhole, and use the fuel to back up your structure. I also have it configured to create items required for faction navy, like Federation Navy. Um, yeah, it's any navy issue that uses. Let's see. Give me a second. Where's the industry? It's gotta be industry, but alright, let me click on this. That's funny. The Megatron Navy issue doesn't require. Okay, Federation Navy. Comet. There you go. Come on. I want to just showcase you what I actually use for. Ah, there you go. As you can see here, here down there, those are the items that I'm actually creating in my planetary industry. So basically, I used fuel to from the PI to fuel the structure, and the structure is able to create those items. In the structure, I have like a reactor that creates this item reinforced that is used for the faction navy issue ships, um, and well, you'll need to have also to do that. You'll need a metanox, or whatever what's called a moon drill. I forgot the name. What's the name? Yes, metanox moon drills. So you just have also something launched there in the wormhole, and you just fuel it with your fuel, and the metanox moon drills is gonna give you the items that you can make from to in the faction warfare. Um, those items use the reactions to create this, and then you create the, and those mats you can just get them out into the high sec, transport it, and there you go. Voila, you have your a simple chain on how you can actually use the faction warfare the planetary industry to create something useful for your industries. Now, if you look at this, I also have two extractors, so I just make two extractors and then process them into tier 1s. In the tier 1s, I make them into some tier 2s, like test cultures, as you can see here, bacteria. This is almost full there. I'm actually need to get the mats out. So basically, then I can show you another structure or another PI. Also, let me just transfer this here. Okay. There you go. Yeah, well, this is, basically my configuration, and for the PI. Now I'm gonna go a little bit and what I actually use it for, but I'm gonna tell you based on the markets if you just want to sell PI, on what you actually should buy and should sell. Now, obviously, I have to just, I haven't got like, the super more detailed, all deep data, but because you'll need to be in different regions to analyze the markets, because the PI is, that, um, used in different regions. And now, if you want to, all right, I have here a configuration. So you need a one ice or oceanic planet, one plasma or lava, one temperature, one gas, one barren, and one planet like I have it here that you can just bring your mats, create them into tier 2s or tier 3s. This is only for producing. You don't do any extraction in that planet. This is all known stuff. Okay, let me finish this, or yeah. I'm just doing also missions while talking, being productive and all. Okay, setting destination. Okay, so now that I stopped rambling and some of the people that were here are getting out, and you're still here, and you want to know, or you want me to tell you a little bit what the configuration is all about. So, so you have an oceanic. Um, this is the plankton in. It's very profitable. You can make like one of the planets to build biomass, which is basically why is this like a very good price for the biomass? I can tell you a little bit because I actually related to it. As you can see, it's just like very hard, or you only need the biomass to complete, let's just say, a chain, production. For example, I have all the mats that I need, and if I would need biomass, I will just have to have a separate planet just to do biomass, which is not worth it. And that's why you buy it, so I can actually finish all the mats that I require for the fuel, and so I actually just reprocess or make the plankton colonies into biomass in one of the planets. Let me see which one. I think it's this one. Yeah. So I have like a separate industry just to make the biomass. I bring the that's the one. So I just bring the it here and produce biomass, but and that's the reason why is like profitable to just sell tier 0 plankton colonies. Is because it's used for PI industrialists that have a chain. Let's just say like this, like that want to produce like fuel or items required for faction navy issues ships. Also, this very useful is to actually you can sell this as a tier 0, but also the tier 1, the biomass, is also very profitable. It's like one and the same thing. So you just have a planet, it's just iso-oceanic, and you have an extraction which will sell this plank, and that will be the configuration. And one that you have another one that will another extraction that you can and build like a tier 1 that converts the T0 into the tier 1 and make the biomass, and also sell that too. That's like one planet. Now I'm telling you, if you have full skills and or at least 6 planet that you can sell items from. And also doing this monthly, so you won't see this video anytime soon. And the second one is plasma and lava. So you just it's very good to just buy this or produce this and just sell it raw. You don't have to process it. So you can just have 2 extractors of this, and you just extract the tier 0 and just sell it in the market. It's very profitable, but not the tier 1. It's actually you'll lose money if you make the tier 1 or not make a lot of profit. So you just sell it raw. You can just have 2 of those extractors and sell the tier 0. It's profitable. So that's another planet. That's the second planet. Now it's trendy. I've realized the reactive gas is actually in the recent week has skyrocketed. The price is became very profitable. So I figured that this could be also a possibility. So this will be like a third planet where you just build 2 extractions that you sell the item as a tier 0. Then we got noble gas, which the price is super trash. So what you should do is just buy noble gas, bring it to your planet that make oxygen, for example. I have it here. I think I have a few too. I don't know where, but I do have it. Yes. So and as you can see in this, I only produce the things. So you just bring the mats here. You transfer to one of your cargo, um, and have connecting dots. Uh, buy the noble gas, it's very cheap, and sell it as oxygen. That's also very profitable. They'll be like, is this the third? I'm not sure. Planet, or fourth planet actually. Now I have also a couple of other things that you can buy and sell. I already covered the plankton, third and here, following the notes. Yes, so you want to have one for extraction and sell it at raw as tier 0, but also as a tier 1. It's very profitable. Now, you want to have also this. I'm not sure. It might need. Is it the fourth? I'm not sure. Anyway, I think I wanted to say that you actually want to buy this, not have a whole planet for it, but I guess if you can, and have a planet, because those temperature planets only or spawn most of the time just in high sec. Are very rare anywhere else. As you can see, also it's very the tier 0 is very profitable, but you should process it to tier 1 and just set it as tier 1. So you process the autotrophs into industrial fibers and sell it. The next one will be water, which is super cheap. So you should take that advantage and just process it into water. Buy those things and buy the ionic solutions to process into. This is a little, not the cheapest, but it's definitely the faster way, because you'll just bring those mats, you bring them into your planet that produces things, and you convert them into ionic, so into electrolytes, and and water and electrolytes, and in those you can just make coolant, and the coolant is used for fuel, so it's very very useful. It's also like so well, the thing is, as you can see in the configuration for where you can produce stuff where you don't have to extract, you can have a lot of industries there, or structures that can transform tier 0 into tier 1s and tier 1s into tier 2 or tier 3s. Now the tier 4s are really not that profitable. There is also like an exception, the integrity response drones, but I don't know if you want to go down the chain and figure that out and how you can make that profitable. But all the other tier 4s are just a trap. You shouldn't do that. Or they're not profitable. Let's just put it that way. Except integrity response drones, they're profitable a little bit, but I don't know if it's worth the chain. All the other, things that I'm saying in the video will make your PI a little more profitable. Now let me finish this missions. So I'm gonna set the autopilot and I'll continue to talk about it. All right. And still going forward, you with what to buy and what to sell in the planetary industry. Well, why am I talking about so much? Because doing planetary industry, it's not all about. I mean, you can definitely just do extractions and sell, but you're not gonna maximize the profit. So you actually need a couple of skills. You need to know, analyze, PI or markets like at least once every month to maximize profit with the PI. Have the right configurations. You need to know. There's a lot of tutorials on how to do that in how to do PI. This is me talking about a little bit more in depth. This is a very let's just say nerdy video. Okay, this is not something for new players. This is definitely for industrialists that you know. Also, now I'm just going to talk more about what you should buy and sell. It's the oxidizing component and the industrial fiber, and you buy those and you create the polyamide, which is the most overvalued item as a tier 2. Definitely buy those two. This is very, very much recommended. Just buy those two items and sell it as poly. This is profitable. You can capitalize on this like right now. So in order to do that, you just bring them out. You don't have to build them yourself, because they're that much profitable. And you can actually use your planetary configuration to maximize profits on some other things. That's why you should buy the tier 1s and sell the tier 2s. Also, you should buy consumer electronics and water cooled CPU and sell it as supercomputers. This is also a very, very profitable activity. So you just buy those tier 2s, have your planet configuration, have tier 2 or 3 reprocessing facilities, and sell supercomputers. Very, very profitable. Those two items, supercomputers and polyamide, are the most recommended to sell right now. Very, very, very profitable. Now, also have like a baron, where you produce your mechanical parts, and I already talked that you can buy the consumer electronics and sell them as robotics. This is a bit constant, obviously robotics. It's very much used in all the probably the most well known, alongside with the coolant PI item. So yeah, definitely. But it's worth it. There's a lot of cash flow with the robotics. You'll definitely sell the robotics, and yeah, and this is what planets you should have. If you can fly them in one system, although I doubt the temperature, you can fly it in one system. You can have another planet that I mentioned. I think I have one planet more here that I mentioned, and you can just have that in one system, have all this configuration, maybe in like in a wormhole or something, and if you have 0% tax, that's definitely the play. Yeah, that's about it. That's me talking about the planets. Let me know if you want my configuration, or I can share the my PI configuration if you would like me to share that with you. Um, if not, thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.